we first bought this house, I loved this room. It was a bonus room over the garage. I knew it would be a perfect place to kick back and watch TV and just hang out. To me, this room had tons of charm and character. The ceilings, I loved the placement of the window and the radiator. During our first winter here though, after we ripped up the carpet, we realized the floor was quite chilly. It was a great place to keep your drink cold if you needed, but it was quite cold underfoot, that's for sure. It needed to be updated. So we got into the garage and we sprayed foam from Icynene to insulate the floor. One of our major concerns was keeping an even temperature in the upstairs. We wanted it warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Having the floor insulated saves us a lot of money because our cool air is not just being sucked into the garage. Spray foam is super dense and it's not a food source for rodents, so you don't have to worry about rodents getting in it, making their little homes, feeling cozy. Once I looked after the shell of this room, we got right down to the decorating. We refinished the floors throughout the whole house, just a nice medium warm brown. The striped rug I just think is the perfect fit. It pulls it all together, and we painted the walls cloud white. There was one great closet, and I kept looking at the other side of this room, which has sort of a sloped ceiling, and trying to figure out how to best use that space. So I hired David Galuli Carpentry. I had to find 2 new doors that matched, and we are so happy with the way it turned out. They look like they've always been there, which was the point. And I have 7 shelves in there that I can fill with junk. I didn't want to put in a big built-in unit that felt new. I wanted to keep the charm of the house. This dresser actually was my grandfather's, and my dad refinished it in the 80s. So it was the perfect little fit in there. I think it adds charm and history. There's only one place to sit in this room, so I needed to maximize the seating space. So I went to Barrymore and picked out this beautiful sofa. It was really long and really deep, and it was a perfect fit. When I was thinking about this decorating-wise, I wanted to use fabrics that were very livable, but had some pattern and felt very comfortable. On the sofa, I did a Tuscan linen in natural. I picked up this ottoman at the Restore. I was very happy to find it. And I did a sort of an ECAT polka dot that I thought was fun and would wear well. It's kind of in a slate blue. And then the drapes, because it's such a tiny room and it needs to work hard, there was only one real place to make a big kind of decorating moment, and that was this window. Tonic Living did a beautiful job sewing these drapes. I love this Schumacher pattern. It's an older pattern that they've reintroduced, and the ferns just totally suit the house. It sort of reminds me of the Sound of Music drapes. And I did a really lovely silk blind in the window to keep it nice and dark for movie watching. The series above the sofa is something I've had for a long time. I got it at an auction. It's 8 pieces, and it's called The Fat Man and the Bird. I don't know who the artist is, but I got them for $4 each. The 2 art lamps back there are meant just to be little mood lighting or reading lamps. I love it, this space. It's the first space I've decorated in the house, and I know we're gonna get a lot of use out of it. We're gonna be up here all winter, very snug, watching movies.